So last night, Bernie Sanders and Ted Cruz debate on taxes. I will admit I did not watch this live. I was giving a speech over at University of Tennessee. I think that it's a speech that you should go listen to and go watch. It's different than my normal speech on college campuses. I talk a little bit about the meaning of life. Yes, really, the meaning of life, and why I think our lack of meaning is leading us down a dark path in the United States where we are just clubbing the living crap out of each other on a daily basis. But two people who are clubbing the living crap out of each other on a daily basis, Ted Cruz using his Zodiac killer knife and Bernie Sanders using his walker. They were doing it last night on CNN on taxes. It was about how you would expect it to go. I want to show you one clip of a guy stumping Bernie Sanders on taxes and doing something I wish Ted Cruz had done but didn't last night. Here is this questioner stumping Bernie Sanders on taxes.
Senator Sanders, over my lifetime, all we've seen is more government and more expenses. Cutting taxes from top to bottom or bottom to top, however you view it. Then we'll give some relief to the burdensome expenses all Americans face. Why would you not want a tax cut across the board for all Americans?
Well, I do want a tax cut for the middle class and working families, but the Koch brothers should get a tax break of up to $30 billion. Do you think that makes sense?
I did say all Americans.
Well, do you think that the wealthy should not get tax breaks?
I did say all Americans.
Okay, well, I happen not to believe that the Koch brothers need a tax break.
Okay, so you can see Bernie is very upset about that, and that's when the Curb the Enthusiasm music starts in. And Bernie did not get his pudding cup. The reason that I think Republicans do this wrong is because I think that if you watched Ted Cruz last night, he too was focusing on the middle class and the lower classes need more tax cuts. Okay, let's be real about this. The people who need the tax cuts the most in order to generate wealth in the economy are the people who are paying the taxes. That is disproportionately people at the top. It is very hard to give tax relief to people who are paying very little in taxes. I've done this tax breakdown before, so I don't see the need to do it again. But bottom line is that if you're in the lowest quintile of income earners in the United States, you're essentially paying zero taxes. When it comes to net taxes in the United States, meaning the benefits you get back from government, basically the only people paying taxes in the United States, net taxes in the United States, are people in the top 10% of income earners. Those are the people who are actually generating the jobs. There's a weird misconception about the economy, and that is that every dollar that is spent is equally helpful to the generation of a healthy economy. This is untrue. If I spend $1 on a hamburger, that is not nearly as helpful to the generation of a stronger economy than if I spend that dollar investing in hiring somebody to grow Daily Wire. Okay, the reason for that is because I'm inventing new products and services over at Daily Wire. Right? The reason that your life is better now than it was 20 years ago, the reason you have cool new stuff, the reason you can go on a computer and you can hit a button and stuff arrives at your door, the reason you can go to all of our advertisers online and order things that arrive at your door right now is because people were innovative, because people created new products and services. It's not the amount of money passing through the economy that matters. It's the products that are being generated by the passage of that money. Okay, income is a passive byproduct to the generation of new products and services. Like, presumably, you're happier right now because you're watching this show. If we didn't have somebody investing in the show, namely you, and also people who are very wealthy who invested in the creation of Daily Wire, you wouldn't have that. And this is true of every product you own. This is true of every product you own. Bill Gates has done more to alleviate poverty than the federal government. Okay, that's just a fact of life. Okay, the federal poverty rate is basically the same as it was before the war on poverty ever began. Bill Gates has created enormous numbers of jobs across the economy and made people's lives easier and better. Okay, this is certainly true of Jeff Bezos as well. Everybody likes to complain about the generation of new products because whenever a new product is generated, an old product is hurt. But those new products are what makes life better for all of us. Amazon is better than having to go to a used bookstore. I love used bookstores, okay? I miss used bookstores, but Amazon is a better service. Okay, Amazon is a better service for shopping than going to your local grocery store very often. It's particularly true if you're in a place like Manhattan where it's hard to schlep groceries around. Okay, the fact is that if you actually want a better world, you're going to have to allow people who generate new things to keep their money and generate more new things. Okay, because it turns out that a lot of the people who generate new things, people like Elon Musk, they generate lots of new things. It's not they generate one new thing and now they're done. It's they generate lots of new things with that money. Or they give it to a bank. And you know what the bank does? It doesn't invest in hamburgers. The bank goes and invests in new businesses that are starting up and generate better products. The reason your life is better now than it was 50 years ago is not because there are more dollars flowing through the economy. Precisely the opposite. It's the idea that the products that are being generated and passing through the economy are simply better.